Name is Ivona Bojak Mohammed. I am 58 and a half. Decided to do the coaching program because I thought it was time for me to take care of my well-being, my health, instead of taking care of everything else. And being in my age, starting something new isn't easy, but I wanted to start something that is completely different to what I've known before. And boxing is something that I really thought would be it. It would be something that's gonna shock me first, and it would shock my husband, my children, my mom, and everybody around me. And I was thinking, if I can do this, I would be really happy because I know how yoga looks. I know how biking looks. I know how aerobic looks, for example, and I know it's not for me. And boxing was something different that I wanted to try, and I found it really, really good for me. Only for my for stretch, for balance, I had to also become more organized and aware of my body and my strength, my weaknesses, and I am satisfied. I'm happy. I'm happy that I can do something in my age that is something like boxing. I had to create my own space that is artistic space, but at the same time I have a practical space for during boxing. It took me a long time, but I really, really enjoy my space now. But this reorganization of my space was needed not only for my boxing, not only for my new routine, but also for my mental health. So I'm really happy for this. I love the idea that you are a woman and a boxing coach, that you are funny. I love that about you, that you are very strict. But I also like the idea, I love the idea that you have background in nursing, because I was diagnosed with Meniere's disease, which was making me dizzy. And that was part of the reasons that I could not take steps, like physically, I could not take any steps for many months. So I was worried that I will get dizzy when I will be more active. And I have Coach Lita to just look at me or help me out with something that I will not know what to do. So nursing and coaching together was the reason that I really, really wanted to try this for myself. And that was a good decision. I'm confident, I can rely on you. I can always say I am in a safe space. Before about boxing, because all I could say about boxing is all what I saw on TV and movies. People get punched, they bleed, some of them die, get injured. So all I could think about boxing before this was like a bloody picture, and it wasn't completely true. So I have to say I had to learn actually what boxing is really. I didn't know boxing at all. Just looking at pictures doesn't make any it doesn't mean I learned anything. When I told my husband I want to do the boxing, he was looking at me suspiciously, like, do I want to punch him in the face? Am I angry? Why do I want to do the boxing? And I said, I was thinking the same. I was thinking the only reason I could think of people getting into boxing is because they want to beat somebody up and bleed somebody. But the the more I got into it, the more I understood that it is not at all about it. It is about the well-being, about the balance, about my physical health, about my mental health. That's what I realized when I started with boxing. I didn't know that before. I mean, I know that they have to be physically, people have to be physically be fit to be in boxing when they have to compete, for example. But I never thought about it more than that. But it's not only about a competition, it's not about bleeding somebody to death. It's about being healthy and in mind as well as in the body. I wanted to be able to say, I want to pass the stress of the feeling and the feeling of being and of not being able to do the physical movement and to do the action, the actual physical movement was scaring me because of the Meniere's disease. I wasn't able to decide before this if I can do something like this. So for me, my first goal was to overcome that feeling of worry, to overcome the feeling of what if I just faint right now, or I fall down and, be sick. But it happened that very quickly I realized I don't have to worry about it because it's not coming to me. It's not happening to me. And if it does happen, I'm in good hands. So I was really happy to say my first goal I achieved very quickly. I said to myself, I don't want to feel dizzy. I don't want to feel overwhelmed by worry about getting dizzy. And that happened very, very fast. Within a month or so, I was just relaxed. So I wanted to just learn the moves, the legs, the feet, and the hands. So I have to say this is difficult, but I enjoy it. That's the most important thing. So here is to compete with myself, to be able to say, I am not only enjoying it, but I create for myself some goals, like 3-month goal or 6 months goal with where I want to be with boxing, which is slow because I am not a fast learner, but I'm enjoying it and I don't mind making myself silly. So I think all my family has some fun just thinking about me preparing myself for boxing. But I don't care. I love it. I enjoy it. So I'm happy. So there are two different things that I learned. The first thing is that I have to stretch, that I have to warm up, and that's a different kind of exercise. And then the second one is that for the boxing. So for the stretch and getting getting my body warmed up, I have to say I enjoy it. I learned about different techniques and different exercises in case if I get dizzy, I can have an alternative. That was important to me, that I know that if I cannot do something, then I can make it an alternative exercise that is going to be easier on my body, and at the same time it will do the same job. And with boxing is different because it is more structured in the sense that they have specific moves and specific movement of my feet, of my hands. I have to be defensive or offensive. Those terms are brand new, were brand new to me, so I had to learn those. And at the same time, I have to make sure that I count. It's just only up to 6. I should remember that, right? But it's difficult. So for me, I learned that it is, like Lita said, it is like dancing. Those are the steps, those are the moves, and it's very gracious. So I learned that boxing is nothing else as a very organized, very structured sport that not only in my age can people do, but I found other ladies in this group at least who are older than me and doing it. So am I youngest in the group? I think so. Person's view on what you want to do. So for me, boxing is something that right now I'm enjoying, and I will probably continue enjoying for a long time. I mean, I'm investing in it. I would like to add this. If someone is hesitating or ignoring to take care of their body, it's not too late in any age to decide to try boxing. Because I thought for example, a long time ago, I went to aerobic and I wasn't able to follow up the movements. They were too fast, they were too loud. It was a group thing. It wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. I was afraid I'm just gonna faint publicly. I will just be sick. Nobody will know what to do with me. It was not something that somebody could understand what is happening if something happened to me. And I didn't enjoy aerobic. There was, on the other hand, yoga, which is very slow, too slow for me. And I know people who enjoy yoga very much, but for me, it was just too slow. It was boring for me. I know my daughter loves yoga. She loves yoga and she doesn't want to do anything else. But for me, it was just boring. I wanted to do something different. I want to do something like punch because I was angry too. And I was always thinking, if I had a choice, I would do something that people would say, wow, she can do it. I can do it too. You know? It's not written that I got diagnosed with the Meniere's disease. That means I will not do things that I want to do. So I'm happy about this. Yeah. It made me feel good. It made me feel like stronger and calmer, more organized, and more decisive. And so I think it's not only about the movement, but also what's going on in my head.